This is Hannibal here from the HannibalTV.com with a daily wrestling news update. Raw did a good post Royal Rumble rating 0.64. Of course, the first time Cody Rhodes has been on Raw for a long time since his injury, other than videos. So I'm sure all the AEW fans tuned in as well. And I am going to do a review of Cody Rhodes on Logan Paul as a separate video. I just finished watching that. But some sad news. This is superstar Billy Graham. This man right here. That's the condition he's in right now. He's been battling very serious health issues for decades now. But this has been his toughest go. He's been in the hospital since I believe early January, if not late December. He's lost 50 pounds. Okay. And he was 280 pounds when he went in. He's 233 today. Apparently they sent him to a rehab place, but he wasn't improving enough, so now he's back in the Mayo Clinic. And this is a recent picture of him. So I put his GoFundMe link in the description. It's sad to see this. I think he's still under a Legends contract, but from my understanding, under those contracts, I believe, and don't quote me on this, you only get paid if you can do appearances and stuff or do work for them. I know at one point they sent him stuff to autograph, but it's just sad when a guy that holds the record for most Madison Square Garden consecutive sellouts in the main event, 19 out of 20, he sold out in the main event in a row. Back when a sellout was over 20,000, not what they'll call it now, either 12 or 14,000, even though UFC will still get 20,000 in there. But it's sad that he's the reason why they call wrestlers superstars now. He was the first wrestler to call himself superstar. Hogan stole the shirt rip from him. Hogan stole the brother term from him. Hogan and Jesse Ventura emulated themselves after him. His first wife gave Ric Flair's first bleach blonde hair job. And if you look at Ric Flair when he first started, he had a Billy Graham style gimmick too. A lot of people copied him. He might be the most copied wrestler of all time. So it's just sad that a company that makes billions and billions of dollars doesn't take better care of a legend like him. Triple H, doesn't he run WWE? What a great guy we always hear he is from some people. He's in this type of shape, but he needs a GoFundMe. I don't know. I think the WWE family line is bullshit. I wish they would take care of guys like him more, especially when in all reality, there doesn't seem to be a lot of time left, sadly. But he is a fighter. He doesn't give up, and he's a survivor. And speaking of Hulk Hogan, I guess Kurt Angle, I didn't really pay attention to this, but Kurt Angle last week said publicly that Hulk Hogan walks with a cane now and has no feeling in his legs because of injuries and stuff. And I guess Hogan's representatives took exception to this and told Entertainment Tonight that Hulk Hogan is doing well, is not paralyzed, and does not walk with a cane, and everything's okay. I mean, he did walk without a cane when he appeared on Raw, so who knows where that's coming from with Kurt Angle, if he's just trying to get in the news or what, or if there is some truth to it. I don't know. I like Kurt Angle, and I seriously hope Hulk Hogan's doing all right. Variety is reporting that John Cena is in Australia filming a new movie with Zac Efron. Zac Efron, of course, was in the Von Erichs Hollywood movie. that I believe is wrapped filming now. I'm really looking forward to that one. Brandy Rhodes did an interview saying she feels good about her decision to quit wrestling. It's interesting that she's saying that because shortly after Cody Rhodes made his debut in the Royal Rumble, she was originally saying she was going to have a big debut like that, and she hoped Cody would be there to support her, like he was, or like she was to him. But I don't blame her for not wanting to wrestle. They're financially set, so why bother? Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley do not appear like they're going to be in the Elimination Chamber match, according to Dave Meltzer. He figures it's very likely going to be Lesnar against Lashley at WrestleMania, which Lesnar beat Lashley at Crown Jewel in like 5 or 6 minutes. So I don't know how they're going to make Lashley a credible contender again. And I'm a fan of Lashley and Brock Lesnar. But to me, that's not really that interesting of a match. I mean, Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns, that's interesting to me because you don't know who's going to win. WWE wants Cody Rhodes to get over because after Roman Reigns, for the full-time wrestlers, they don't really have anyone that's even close to the level of Roman Reigns in all reality. So they need someone like Cody Rhodes. They got Brock Lesnar, but he doesn't do the house shows. Logan Paul is still green, and he doesn't do house shows. So yeah, they really, as big of a roster of talent that they have, they don't have that many people that are crazy over. Roman Reigns is the most over right now, but he's not at John Cena's level of over when John Cena was at his peak. You guys can just look at the numbers. I mean, and the number of house shows that they do now compared to when John Cena was at his peak. He was actually drawing good crowds at house shows, so there was a lot more. House shows now do decent, but there's a lot of house shows now in the 2,000 or 3,000 still for WWE. But they're doing decent coming off the pandemic. But yeah, I'm gonna do a separate video talking about Cody Rhodes on Impulsive, which I think, by the way, WWE is smart branding using Logan Paul, because none of these wrestlers would be appearing on his podcast otherwise, and he is an extremely popular podcast. Boulder 29 is rooting for Billy Graham. Cameron is not a WWE fan. Boulder says the WWE family, my butt. Well, what the WWE family? It's funny because Stephanie is not even in it anymore, and neither is Shane. So even the real family members of the WWE are not even in WWE anymore. I don't know what Linda's status is. She's probably embarrassed about all this stuff that Vince has got in trouble with. Tom says he hopes Superstar's doing better. Well, apparently he was doing better, but now he's back in the Mayo. Richard Piper's good. She was here earlier today, but yeah, I think I have a bit of PTSD from when Piper had her health issue in November, and I had to do CPR on her. It really affected me mentally because I'm very, very close with my dog, so I have flashbacks and stuff. I know it's sad, but I really consider her my child, and yeah, that whole thing that I had to go through with Piper a few months ago, I'm still getting over mentally, unfortunately. But I hope everyone has a good night. And as I said, for the people that always get mad if I put a GoFundMe up, you're not forced to donate. As I said, with the amount WWE makes and what everything Billy Graham did for the business, yes, he's had his ups and downs with WWE, but he's at the end of his life now. I would love to see them actually help a bit. So I don't know. Richard said his cat is his daughter. Good for you, Richard. Animals and humans can be very close. That's 100% true. And Piper has been with me through a lot. And yeah, I treat her like a person, and she's helped me a lot in my life. She brings me a lot of joy. So, as I said, that day took a lot out of me, but yes, she is doing better. Have a good evening.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and click the subscribe button to not miss any of our latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates. Follow us on Twitter at the Hannibal